I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm a legend. You know I'm the one, I do not come in second. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
First opened back in 2008. There's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Giants. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. On play action, Winston. They'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Watch the pass. Kill. Check 13. Check 13.
They go play action. Winston. Going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for Indy.
That last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the curl. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Under 10. 10. Shoot.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Record. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get ready.
Play fake. Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown. Indianapolis. Kiki QT. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship. It's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jones going to get this out wide to Tony. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And 2 of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 58 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now Jones.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Gano's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Check back 11, check back 11. Pick it up.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready?
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third.
Tight end right, tight end right. Hey. 4 down.
Jameis to throw it. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Winston.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
29 is Mike 29.
From the gun, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Gano the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike,
Back to it after the pick 6. Winston.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Roberto Sanchez on the punt for the Colts.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 1st and 10, Jones.
Open man right side is Tony.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 16, Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and goal, Jones, and that'll be incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that will be incomplete as well. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, another run with Taylor. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
On third down, Winston. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Quiddy Pay. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Touchdown, Colts! Zach Pascal, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. Jones. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 76 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Hunter Nice-Swander on a punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Jameis now on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
29 is Mike. Mike 29.
Winston. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. It's been a long day for you.
Throwing. Winston. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have got his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Green, come team.
Jameis again. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Jones now throwing on first down. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A first down carry for Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now stands at 13. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Winston now to throw on first down. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Bust through the tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here, Winston. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Come on, fellas.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything. Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jones. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go? I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked. They need any spark at this point. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Taylor. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Winston. And he's got his big tight end here. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Hey, defense,
Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now down to 20. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw there into the hands of Ross. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. This is the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Let's go now. It's 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. 59 mark, check, 59.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up the 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Yeah. You don't want none. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Whip, whip, whip.
A first down throw for Winston. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they had this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Come on, let's go. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Hey, up. Check three. Big gas.
Winston now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing, Jones. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On first down, Barkley. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Julian Blackman on the tackle. A gain of 7. First down, Giants.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Barkley about 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now Jones. That's complete to Tony. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. It's Barkley on the counter. Kari Willis there to bring him down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
They'll go to Barkley again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken at about the 16. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and 6. Jameis to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead, he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
29 is Mike. Mike, 29.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Barkley. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. On the draw, this is Barkley. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the 1st down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to give that to you anyway. Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it's 9/10 of this game, too. Having the football counts.
You're so litigious. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.